I'm expecting Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party, of course, Rajya Sabha MP there, to be joining us very, very shortly as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's pick up this conversation. Joyita Basu joining us this morning as well. We're expecting the results on your screens to start populating any second now. The one result which is already saying BJP 1, NDA 1 is the Surat result which has already been declared. Joyita, what are your numbers this morning? Does it feel that the feedback we've gotten in the past 24 hours is indicating that a big upset is about to take place and all the exit polls were principally wrong?
Well, no, I don't think so. I think it's pretty clear that NDA will get a majority. If you look at the exit polls, unless there is some humongous mistakes that have been made by each and every agency, it seems that the BJP-led NDA is set to form government, and it's just a matter of numbers, whether the BJP crosses, at what the BJP stops, whether it is 270, 280, 290, 310, 30, around that. I think that is what exactly we are looking at. We are looking at the range and the precise figure we cannot say, but yes, the trend is pretty clear. And that is why, when the India Alliance, they talk about 295 plus. In fact, I was doing my maths yesterday and it did not add up. And that's happening with a lot of people. Let's hope the election, this results day goes smoothly, and all those threats that we are hearing about, going to court, going to the president, demanding.
Let me pick that up. Okay, so let me pick that up because it started yesterday. It happens. Okay, let me put the caveat. Ladies and gentlemen, this kind of maneuvering happens. But Sumit Peer, we've seen a notification by the Congress party. They've told all their cadres, don't be at home, come to the centers. Some judges are saying, oh my God, if the government loses, then there might be anarchy. They might want to give up power. Who's writing this? Which retired judge is suggesting that we're about to see civil war in the country in the next 3 hours? I just drove to office. It didn't look like civil war to me.
It didn't look to me also. When I came in a cab down here, it was all pretty fine and good. But, unfortunately, there have been some statements. Yesterday, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav has been talking about Rang De Basanti. जवानों ने सर पे कफन बांध दिया है, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम होना है बीजेपी से. So there are these indications which have come up which are not very heartening for the democracy.
Who is doing it?
I think these are the people from the India Alliance, because they know.
So why are the letters being written to the Election Commission, President of India about what these comments are making? Because we all live here. All of you live here. All of you watching this.
Correct.
Are you leaving your house this morning or watching television in palpable fear of civil war?
No, nothing like that.
So what nonsense are we being told by responsible citizens who are saying that, oh my God, the government might not give up power? Might not give up power means what? They're going to roll out the army?
Correct.
What does that mean? How do you hold on to your chair without force?
Even there were people yesterday, were rumors on the social media, there will be a coup or something like that. Rishabh ji, they're trying to make international headlines that this election is compromised. Modi ji is sticking to power. It is everything in India is compromised. Is going to be. They want to just make international headlines.
But where is it coming from? Sayyid Abbas, look out your window. Do you see the tanks rolling out? Are you afraid of civil war in 2-3 hours?
Rishabh Sabha, I must tell you, it's always a pleasure to be on a debate with you, sir. And I must tell you, you're at your wittiest best. Well, it's absolute peace, calm, serene here in the beautiful city of Namma, Bengaluru. It's absolutely fine. I truly believe that the India Alliance, there is absolutely no need to fearmonger that way. Irrespective of the result, we need to celebrate the democracy and accept the beautiful mandate of the people, because this is what it is. Take it with a pinch of salt. You win some, you lose some, or in the case of the India Alliance, could be a lot. But nevertheless, like I said, ibtidai siyasat hai, rota hai kya? Aage dekh, hota hai kya?
Okay, well, I can tell you, abhi kya ho raha hai? The numbers have started populating. I've already put the caveat. Please take them with a pinch of salt till about 9 o'clock, after which we'll have the first EVM results. The EVM results happen really, really fast. So when it starts, maybe by 10:30, 11. If it's very close, if it needs to go to the 10th, 11th, 12th round of counting for a decisive result in some seats, we will be here till late this evening. On the bottom of your screens, ladies and gentlemen, 10 for the BJP, 40 for the NDA, 19 for the Congress, 36 for the India Alliance. That's what the figures are populating on your screens. The BJP leading in 2 seats in Bihar, already leading in 2 seats in Rajasthan as we speak. We're expecting at the top of your screens the Andhra results to come up as well as the Odisha results. Watch out for those. Those are going to be important as well. 83 out of the 543 seats. We have first tentative, the first of the blocks, and the first of the blocks is a slight advantage for the Congress. They are, of course, going to be hoping that they break into the triple digits and really get ahead of the curve. Quick responses, Himanshu, but this number is going to stabilize in a couple of hours. Do you think it's going to be close, that some seats are going to go down to the wire?
Some seats will go down to the wire, but it will not be close. Overall, it will be a one-way slide.
Correct.
It will be a total one-way slide. There will be some seats which will be very close, and that will make us wait till last hour, It will happen.
Okay, so some seats. But do you think trend, Priya? Do we think a trend is going to be settled? Because once you cross 272 with with the reason multi-thousand margin, maybe even a lakh plus margin, it's pretty much sorted.
Yeah, see, Rishabh, I agree that this trend in terms of the number of seats, there will be no confusion, but it's going to be a close battle. The margins in the seats are going to be reduced, so we are going to see a lot of seats, I think, with a close fight happening, especially, I think, in UP probably and Karnataka, the battleground states. I think there will be close fights, but the numbers in terms of the vote share, the seat share, whatever you call it, I don't think that trend is going to be, I think by 12 o'clock you can at least call the election, if not earlier. But just back to the question of your civil war and all, I was just, yesterday we were having that conversation after Akhilesh Yadav and the others made those comments, and we were, we actually were tracing back as to ye EVM fixing ka kahan se shuru hua tha. This whole earlier on also elections have been won and lost by BJP and the Congress, but the narrative of EVM match fixing was actually started by LK Advani in 2004, I think, the election that he lost to the Congress when he was hoping for a comeback. So that is really when the narrative of the
EVM is going to happen, some rigging.
It never happened earlier. That's what I'm saying. It may happen like the Chauthala, the vote chap, whatever, but the EVM being questioned.
I'm the last generation that remembers the years before EVMs, okay? Let's not kid ourselves.
I've seen it. So the vote...
You put a katta there, okay? And then you stuff the ballot boxes. Let's not assume that used to happen in large numbers. It does. Is it possible to fix 1 million polling booths in this country?
No.
Okay. It's not.
Okay.
No. It's not. And if somebody thinks you can do it, wish you all the best. But is it okay for seasoned citizens, just because they don't like the BJP and Narendra Modi, okay, to come out and allege that there is about to be, the only way you can forcibly hold on to power is not with words, it's with sticks and stones. I do not see the army rolling out anywhere. No. It's absolutely irresponsible what these letter writers have done, and I don't care what their designation or portfolio was. They are the ones who are doing a disservice to the democracy of this country. You can't come and say at the end of the day today, after a democratic exercise, that a dictatorship is taking place in India, because it is not. That's all hooey and it's hubris. And if somebody's talking like that, they're talking nonsense. Because a democratic exercise has taken place. Till yesterday, you can say whatever. Today, a democratic exercise is drawing to a conclusion. Whoever wins, that's the end of it. 10 leading for the BJP, 52 for the NDA, 19 for the Congress, 39. Syed wants to quickly come in. Syed, go ahead. And I want to rope in our guest who just joined us.
Yes, quickly, 30 seconds, Rishabh Saab. 2018, I was an MLA candidate here in Karnataka elections, and let me tell you, myself, my polling agent, my booth agents can vouch for the fact it is next to impossible to do any kind of rigging on that large level where you have your representative in the election strong room, returning officer, assistant returning officer. I really wish there are many more candidates who understand that talking about election rigging is next to impossible. Also, as a matter of fact, the same parties, like if rigging was allowed, why would the BJP allow the Congress to win in my state of Karnataka or Telangana or many other states? But also, let me tell you, BJP spokesperson Shri GVL Narasimha Rao himself has written a book about how EVMs are being rigged. So let's blame both BJP and Congress for them.
Okay.
But largely, my experience, you cannot rig the elections.
Okay, all right. Okay, Preeti Memon joining us this morning, representing the Aam Aadmi Party. Gautam Seth joining us this morning, representing the Congress. Gautamji, good morning to you. I know it is exam result day for all politicians, so I know there'll be a bit of nerves. But how are you feeling this morning, sir? Are you hopeful that at least the performance will be a whole lot better than last time?
Rishabhji, absolutely. We are very hopeful. We are the way we saw the support on ground. We are hoping it's going to translate into results. And the momentum at the AICC headquarters, I was just checking with my people. It's also very upbeat. The workers are very upbeat. So we are hopeful. Let's hope what India has voted for, what the people of the country have voted for. And this is the day when we will celebrate the largest democratic festival that took place.
But has it been a democratic festival? Are you satisfied? Because at the end of the day, will you still tell us that this is a dictatorship?
No, you see, the only attempt of Khadgeji writing a letter to the bureaucracy and the Congress issuing some helpline numbers was to make our workers vigilant, was to ensure that in case there is some kind of, playing around with the counting process, so we should be able to tackle it there and then.
Fair enough.
So that is why should we not be vigilant as a political
that's
party?
fair
We
enough.
must be very vigilant.
That's your job. You're supposed to have an officer, a representative at all these counting booths. So just like we are supposed to have correspondents checking what the polling or returning officer chapos outside after every round of
Absolutely.
counting. But practical question: what do you make? Because we've been told by certain retired judges in this country that a forcible stay in power is to happen. Now, a forcible stay in power cannot happen. You can only hold on to your chair if you roll out the army. Are you seeing tanks outside your window, sir? Are they rolling out as we speak?
Not at all. Nobody from the Congress.
So what
has
kind of
spoken
loonies
like
live in this country, okay, and call themselves distinguished citizens, and on the night before the biggest ever election result almost indicate that a coup is about to take place in this country?
Not at all. Nobody from the Congress gave any such statement. I mean, somebody else has given, they should reply it for themselves. But nobody from the Congress spoke like this. The Congress's purpose yesterday of releasing those letters was to make our workers vigilant. And
I've read your letters. I've read your letters. I've read them in detail in both Hindi and English. There's nothing indicative in that. They're just asking people to come to the Congress office. Basically, don't sit at home. And if you see a problem, call this number. That letter is different from a letter not released by the Congress party, but it's indicative to people watching the broadcast that an electoral exercise is taken place. And in election, people win and people lose. But that's the nature of an electoral exercise. And Narendra Modi could lose. Who knows? He could lose still in 2 hours' time. Okay? And no, the army tanks are not rolling off. So responsible people, if my job is to be a responsible person, a responsible citizen, and if you are a retired judge in this country, you are supposed to be a responsible person. You're writing a letter that says that that the government in power might not give up in case it loses. It's never happened, barring once. Okay, and that also was not an army coup. That was also by constitutional means in Parliament. You can disagree with it or like it or not like it. Let me get Preeti Memon into this conversation. Preeti ji. A lot at stake. How are you feeling? Delhi, Punjab matters. Maybe the one seat in Haryana. How are you feeling this morning?
I think that this is going to be a fantastic result for the Aam Aadmi Party as well as the India Alliance. We've been on the ground. We've been working very hard on the ground, and it was a closely fought election. And there is a lot of support for the India Alliance across states where I have traveled. So I think this is going to be a great day for India. And we're looking forward to the result because we made our debut in states where we haven't in the past really contested. I think in Haryana, we're already seeing that our candidate has got an early lead. So I think that this is going to be a great result for the Aam Aadmi Party, and we are going to join the parliamentary democracy in full force this time.
Okay, will you come and tell us dictatorship at the end of the day, ma'am, regardless of who wins? Or is it a democracy?
There is a dictatorship in India right now. No, there's a dictatorship in India right now. If elected chief ministers...
dictatorship's definition is that there is no democracy. Are we a democracy or are we a dictatorship by the end of the evening? You can't have it both ways. You can't say it's a vote we respect and we love and we join the festival of democracy, but we are also a dictatorship.
It doesn't happen that way.
No, let her answer.
Yes, you can have it both ways.
You can have it both ways.
Putin has won with 86% votes. So there are places, there is Bangladesh, there is Pakistan, it's both ways. There is a farce of democracy.
Are you saying we are like Pakistan?
And those in power then run it like a democracy, like a dictatorship.
Oh my
We
God.
can go there if opposition leaders like Imran Khan was in jail, if Arvind Kejriwal is in jail, tomorrow other people can also be put into jail. So yes,
I salute all the army chiefs of this country who have not acted like the army chiefs of Pakistan. May it remain so. Ma'am, let's reach the stage. Let's not compare ourselves to Pakistan. Don't compare Indian democracy to Pakistan.
Talking about the political leadership of the BJP.
Yeah, but please, ma'am, we'll have to let go. You'll have to let go. This is a democracy. It's not a dictatorship. No, it's a democracy, ma'am. And Narendra Modi might lose. He's certainly not going to win every seat he contests.
Without any valid proof against them. Narendra Modi himself has admitted that there is no proof against Arvind Kejriwal, and yet he is in jail. So if that's what you're going to talk about,
are the judges who have kept him in jail all sold out?
Leaders are in jail. I am not talking about the judges. I am talking about without proof, a chief minister has been arrested. Narendra Modi himself in an interview admitted that there was no proof against the Aam Aadmi Party or Arvind Kejriwal. So when you know that there is no proof,
okay, we're going to have to come out today and we are all going to have to say that a democracy is in place in this country, the greatest ever in the face. More votes have been cast in the last 2 months than ever in the history of humanity. And to hear fellow Indians saying that on the day the results are being declared, that there is about to be somebody writing a letter to the president that, oh my God, be careful, what is going to go on? Others are saying, no, it's a dictatorship. I mean, come on. You are insulting crores of voters by the end of the evening.
Billion voters.
Freedom of expression exists in this country.
Okay, state of repression.
You are insulting the freedom of expression of people of this country. If somebody's written some letter, they are entitled to do that.
Yes, they are.
But
and I'm free to disagree with it. I am free to have fundamental. You are free to say that we can become Pakistan. You're free to say it. You just said it.
You can't pass judgment on everybody.
Bangladesh.
You've just said that we can become like Pakistan. You've said it, not me.
If opposition leaders are put into jail without... Absolutely. If BJP comes to power, we are heading that way because they have already exercised excessive use of
And
force.
these are
They
the
have
alternates.
exercised a misuse of agencies in order to
bandwagon has
undermine
started.
the opposition. But that's all right.
Okay,
Let
all
the
right,
people
okay.
decide. The people of this country will
Neha
decide
Joshi,
what
if
they
you win
prefer and
today,
that's for
we
the-
are going to become like Pakistan in a few years. Your response?
Good morning, Rishabh.
Good morning to you.
You know, it's a great day today. We've been celebrating the festival of democracy over the past, 2 months, in fact. And today, India has voted for a strong government. We are going to have the results with us by this evening. And you know, it is hilarious and tragic at the same time, Rishabh. I was listening to the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson that she can use, she can compare India to Pakistan and Bangladesh. You know, India is a country that has emerged as Vishwa Bandhu. We are practically leading the world. We are leaders of the global south. We are seeing eye to eye with the developed countries of the world. We are not just strong in ourselves, but we've been recognized as a force to reckon with by the world. And here is a political party who has been participant in this festival of democracy, and a spokesperson comes here and says that we are a dictatorship. हम जीतेंगे तो democracy रहेगी, हम नहीं रहेंगे तो ये dictatorship हो जाएगी. So I think this sums up the opposition's campaign, Rishabh. Their campaign was built on lies. Their campaign was built on fear-mongering. However, I'm very, very optimistic. Bharat has overcome much worse. So, we've overcome the emergency at one point of time. So, I think we will emerge much stronger.
No, it's all okay. All's fair in love and war till yesterday.
Correct.
Today, we are back together as one country. India bashing, we're going to become like Pakistan is all nonsense. Some army coup is going to take place. People are going to come, the government won't give up power, and to say so is my freedom of speech. Yes, to bash your own country is your freedom of speech. To bash your own mother, father is your freedom of speech. Go stand on the streets and abuse your own mother. You're allowed to do so. That doesn't mean it's a good thing to do so. It's all okay till yesterday. It's not okay today. And to continue down on that tirade, it has to end. You're insulting crores of people. No.
I am very, very surprised.
You're free to speak, ma'am. Yes.
Me right now by saying
How are you being insulted? How are you being insulted? You are saying we are going to become like Pakistan and you are the one feeling insulted. Explain to me, ma'am.
Abuse your mother. What are you talking?
You are free to do it, ma'am, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
India is on.
In the middle of a largest democratic exercise, you're saying we're a dictatorship. How does that make sense to you, ma'am?
Abuse your mother and father. That's what you just now said.
You are free to do it if you want. That's what freedom of speech means.
Dictatorship if BJP comes to power because BJP has already undermined. Yeah, you cannot please speak to me like that. You have to maintain some semblance of decency over here.
Ma'am, the semblance of decency is to say that today the elections are over.
Please speak decently.
That's the semblance of decency. It's your comments which are said that India is becoming like Pakistan, not mine.
Decency. My comments are...
I would call that an indecent comment.
Yes, I will again repeat that if the BJP comes to power again, it will further abuse its power to undermine democracy.
I'm hoping that this commentary was till yesterday and not at the end of the day today. Well, anyway, you're free to make it.
Democracy.
You're free to make it. The results so far, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, we have 345 trends out of 543.
Your tenor is absolutely disappointing.
345 trends out of 543. The NDA is leading at 220. The India Alliance is leading in 112. The others are currently leading in 11. Those are the figures that are coming in latest. They are going to be updated at the bottom of your screens very, very quickly. I'll give people a chance to respond to the conversation that's just been going on. Sumit, quickly, your quick thoughts.
Rishabh, atrocious, not acceptable, insult to a billion people. 650 million people vote, and you are comparing my country with Pakistan? On earth, God, for the sake of God, Pakistan, because Kejriwal is in jail, all the judges are corrupt, everything about Aam Aadmi Party. You will make this country a Pakistan. You have national TV pe keh rahe, on the day of election, you are insulting 1.4 million Indians. Is Kejriwal about 1.4 million Indians? You are insulting me. You are insulting my family. How dare you call my country Pakistan? No, this is not about Kejriwal. India is not about Kejriwal.
Let's take it calm.
Yes,
Please.
India is not about Kejriwal, ma'am.
Extremely abusive person. I don't know how he's shouting like that.
What do you mean by abusive? You are saying my country is Pakistan.
We don't have to raise our voice. We don't have to raise our
It
voice.
is my country and I will speak as
No,
I
is
speak.
it about
You
all
are
Kejriwal?
not taking away my freedom of speech.
Is India over
No one is taking
Kejriwal?
away your freedom of speech.
Nobody
I
is
don't
taking
know.
away. How dare
I
you
think
say
let me
Is that why you call women to a channel? So that the anchor and the spokesperson can abuse women? Is that what you call women to
What
the
is
channel?
abuse?
No, one second. What? How have you been abused, ma'am? Please tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me. Since you want to make it personal, please tell me. How have you been abused, ma'am? How have I abused you? Please tell me.
Yes, why
It's a
is
live
he shouting?
television recording. How have you been abused?
One is this gentleman is shouting and screaming when
He
none
should
of
not
us
be
is
shouting, you're right.
and screaming. You're allowed to have different opinions, and my opinion says, let me now please complete what I'm saying. And my opinion says that BJP's way of ruling the country is a threat to power. I don't know why you're bringing judges and army into it. I am saying BJP's way of ruling is a threat to democracy. I have said that in the past. I'm repeating it again. But having said that, India is a successful country because of Indians, and each one of us is responsible for that success. So it is not the success of this one individual who is shouting on your channel. It is the success of all of us who work for India and have dedicated our lives for this country. All of us own India, and it's not this one person shouting in your studio.
No,
say,
but
"Go and stand and
okay,
abuse your mother and father on the road." I don't think
people
that
take
kind of
umbrage to
language
thinking
is
that we are
allowed.
like Pakistan. I am one of them.
My problem
I also
with
have family
Pakistan.
members in the army who will take a lot of umbrage.
My
and to
problem
say
with
no,
Pakistan.
hang
You
a second,
can't compare it with
hang a second.
Pakistan.
That's not, it's not fair. But you're free to say it. You're free to say. Like I said, you're free to say anything. That doesn't mean it's a nice thing to say.
You are not
Joyita.
entitled. You don't.
Yeah, if I
you
can
don't
just-
have dibs on the army and the navy. So I don't think you should use the army and navy to whip up.
Can I say
frenzy over
something here?
Army,
Yeah,
Navy
but
whipping up a frenzy, ma'am. I'm not whipping up a frenzy. I'm telling you that there's no coup taking place.
May I make a point?
You are the one whipping up the frenzy.
Yes, you are.
Joyita, quickly.
Well, as an,
I'm also saying there's no
I
coup taking-
think
I am
by
not saying there's no coup
comparing
taking
us
place.
with
I have never
Pakistan,
once
by
said there's no
saying
coup
that
taking place
people
at all.
Okay,
in India,
let's get others to speak, Preeti ji. Joyita, go ahead.
I think by saying that people in India is opting for a dictatorship if they vote for the BJP, well, I think the lady is abusing me and other
Correct.
Indians as,
Correct.
we are Indian citizens. Give us some sense. If BJP comes to power, they will be coming to power, democratically. Similarly, if you win in Delhi or in Punjab, you come to power democratically. You do not say, because there are lots of opponents to you as well in this city and in Punjab. So, people don't go around saying dictatorship is succeeding. So, the minute you are questioning any government that comes to power, you are questioning us citizens.
Okay,
and
so
that's
I'm
an
really
abuse of
hoping
citizens.
not to be having this conversation in the evening, because this was a conversation till yesterday. It's a conversation maybe a few months now. It's not a conversation today. Okay, let's absorb some results. PM Modi leading from Varanasi. Mahua Moitra currently this morning leading from Krishnanagar. In Gaya, Jitin Ram Majhi is leading. Chirag Paswan is leading in Hajipur. The update still is 220, which is updating on your screens very quickly. Absorb the results for us, Priya.
The results, I think, Rishabh, are on expected line, though I think this is the postal ballot.
Yeah.
But even in the postal ballot, where, traditionally the opposition feels that they have a chance, they are not making the dent. So if the postal ballot itself, they are not winning, which shows that the trends are showing in favor of the NDA. I think, what early on, of course, we were discussing, have the exit polls overestimated? Perhaps not, because as we can see, where the numbers are heading, it's already, I think, on the strength of postal ballots itself, the BJP may want to call the election. Of course, we're going to be waiting for all the results before we do that. But it's
okay. Rahul Gandhi leading both in Wayanad and Raebareli. Himanshu,
as
quickly.
expected.
Well, I think he'll win both. He'll win both. He'll be leading throughout the way. He'll win both and then leave Raebareli.
Okay, we'll find out what will happen because he has to give up one seat.
Yes.
PM gave up his seat, he contested.
But I think, Himanshu, I disagree with you on this one. I think
Which one he might give up?
He may want to give up Raebareli, but I think because of the pressures, he may have to,
No, in that case, it will be a total betrayal to the people of Kerala.
Okay,
Oh, either
Gautam,
way,
I know this.
betrayal to
I
the
know.
people of
I
UP.
know which seat he will give up, maybe above your pay grade at this point of time. But in absorbing the numbers that are coming out early this morning, there must be a little bit of nervousness. All politicians should have it.
Yes, there will be a lot of...
Let him answer. Gautam, take that thought.
Gautam.
Gautam, if you can hear us.
Vajpayeeji's-
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you can. Go ahead. Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I remember Vajpayee ji's speech कि चुनाव आए और जाएं, पार्टियां आए और जाएं और ये देश रहना चाहिए. And with that spirit, the Congress is watching the results today with a lot of hope. And still it's the early trends, so we cannot draw any conclusions. So let's wait for another 2-3 hours and see how this comes out. And when they say that Raebareli and what you call Wayanad, which seat with Rahul Gandhi will be leaving and which seat will he be keeping? He is winning in both the seats, and for sure, Raebareli will certainly have a member of the Gandhi family only representing Raebareli.
Okay,
That's all I can say.
Akhilesh Yadav, this morning after postal ballots leading in Kannauj, Syed, how do you absorb the results so far?
Well, that's quite surprising to me because Kannauj is seen as trailing for Akhilesh Yadav. Nevertheless, as a Rocky Balboa quote, I'd like to say, it ain't over till it's over. Till at least by about 11:30, 12, we cannot really say which way it's going.
Yeah, it's going to happen very fast. 3 hours. Okay, the Samajwadi Party currently leading in 12 seats. They'll be thrilled at that result. The Aam Aadmi Party leading currently in 1 seat. The TMC leading in 13, the DMK leading in 4-5. Expect that number to change. The RJD leading in 4. That's what they'll be hoping that they get a little bit more than that. The BJD leading only in 7 seats. It's still early. Postal ballots still early. We are still an hour or two away, as you've just heard. The Congress leading in 56 seats. The Bharatiya Janata Party already leading in 230. The NDA Alliance already leading in 266. But there are some graces for the Congress in Jorhat. First time Gaurav Gogoi is contesting from there. He is leading, held the seat last time in Koliabor for the Congress last time around. I'm trying to find out what is happening in the other big battleground in Thiruvananthapuram. But meanwhile, the LJP, Chirag Paswan's party leading in 1. The JDS leading in both the seats. The LDF leading in 10 seats. We have to figure out what's happening in Kerala, but this trend is going to change, ladies and gentlemen, almost for sure.
But that'll be really funny if both Shashi Tharoor and Rajiv Chandrasekhar lose because if
the LDF candidate wins,
that would be
I want to attend that dinner when that happens.
Correct.
Okay, all right, but we are seeing dramatic things happening. Have a look at the seats that are populating at the bottom of your screens for the party, as well as the seats that are populating at the top, because you have the first returns coming in from the postal ballots taking place in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha also. It is an important contest taking place there also.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.